Hello everyone, welcome to the class of derivatives, and this is chapter number 13 of first PU mathematics. I myself Srijit KP, lecturer GPU Shankar Narayana from Udupi district. Last class we have seen the derivative of a function at a given point. So derivative ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ, and what is the formula used for that, by the definition actually. After that we have seen how the derivative and slopes are interrelated. Then we have solved some problems, some examples we have discussed. Now when we solve the problems to find the derivative at a point, ಅದು ತುಂಬ ಲೆಂತಿ ಇದೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ವಿ ವಿಶ್ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಸುಲಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಬೇರೆ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎಸ್, ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಜನರಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಟ್ ಎ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಚ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ, ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ಇಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಜನರಲೈಸೇಷನ್? ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಜನರಲಿ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So it will be very easy and convenient for us to calculate the derivative. So what we do is, today we are going to derive the definition of first principle of derivative and how it is used to calculate or to evaluate the derivative of each given function. Then after finding the derivative of the standard functions, we will mix it up to find the derivative of composite functions, or sometimes even to the product addition or the ratio of the functions, how to utilize them. Okay. So first we will study first principle of derivative. So first principle of derivative. This is very similar to the derivative at a given point, but here instead of that we take f dash of, instead of a we take f dash of x itself. So here f dash of x is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. What is the difference here? Okay, what is f of x first of all? F of x is a real valued function. A real function f of x is given and f dash of x is equal to this. So this is what the notation we are using to represent this. So this is known as the first principle derivative. In other words, f is a, sorry for that, f of x, let it be, f of x is a real function f dash of x is called the derivative of f of x provided limit exists. And f dash of x is the function given in star. So this is our star. So what is f dash of x? F dash of x expression is limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h, similar to your derivative at a point, but only thing is that now instead of a we have general point, any point x. F of x is a real function, then f dash of x is called a derivative of f of x provided limit exists. This limit must exist and f dash of x is the function. Limit exists and f dash of x is the function given in star. So, this function, the RHS, right hand side of the function given in star is the expression for f dash of x. Okay. How to utilize this? This is called as the first principle of derivative. Now, how to use this first principle of derivative, this star, to obtain the derivative of some standard functions. So, that is what we will checking on this particular class. Okay. So, let us take up with simple function like first one, derivative of a constant function. Derivative of a constant function. Constant function. So, let f of x is equal to a, where a is a constant. Then what is f of x plus h? There is no x. So, instead of only constant is there, therefore, f of x plus h is also a. So, f of x is equal to a, where a is a constant, then f of x plus h is also a constant. So, there is no change in function value at all. So, it is constant throughout. ಒಂದೇ ತರ ಇರ್ತದೆ. So, ಅದು f of x is equal to 3 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆದರೆ 3 x ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ 3 x plus h ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ 3. ಯಾವುದೇ values of x ಗೂ ಸಮೇತ f of x will not change its behavior. So, it remains the same. It is a constant. So, we will use the star, first principle of derivative. We know that f dash of x is equal to limit h tending to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. So, we have expression for f of x plus h, which is nothing but a. What is the expression for f of x? That is also a. This is divided by h. What is a minus a? It is limit h tends to 0, 0 divided by h. 0 by anything, it is nothing but 0. So, this expression turns to be 0. Therefore, the limit after applying, you will get f dash of x is 0. So, f dash of x is equal to 0 you will get. In other words, f dash of x is equal to 0. In other words, derivative of a constant is 0. So, whenever you differentiate a constant like derivative of 2, derivative of 3, derivative of 4 or derivative of 100, derivative of trillion, what will be the derivative? Since they are all constant, derivative will be 0. Now, we have a general formula for derivative of a constant. What is that? Derivative of constant is 0. Now, let us come for a simple function like derivative of f of x is equal to x. What is derivative of f of x is equal to x? So, in the answer, first we will write f of x is equal to x, and we know that we have to utilize f of x plus h somehow. So, f of x plus h will be, if x is there, h should be added to that. So, x in the place of x, it becomes x plus h. So, x becomes x plus h. So, again we know that f dash of x is equal to, so this is WKT means we know that. So, we know that f dash of x is equal to limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x. So, again the same formula we are using, limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. Now substitute limit h tends to 0, sorry for that, h tends to 0, f of x plus h is x plus h, f of x is x whole divided by h. X and x cancels. Then you are left out with limit h tending to 0, h divided by h. What is h by h? H by h is absolute right, it is 1. Limit of a constant is constant itself. So, this is also equal to 1. After applying the limit, this is 1. So, what is f dash of x here? F dash of x is equal to 1. Other words, derivative of x is 1. So, if someone asks you to find the derivative of 2x, what will be the derivative? So, that we will come to later. So, derivative of ax we have to calculate. So, let us go for derivative of ax. Next one is f of x is equal to some k times of x. F dash of x is equal to what? So, that is our question. So, let us go with same procedure. F of x is equal to k times of x. What is k? K is a constant. Let us go for f of x plus h. X is replaced by x plus h. It is kx plus kh. So, again f dash of x is equal to limit h tending to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. Substitute everything, it is limit h tending to 0, f of x plus h is kx plus kh, we have substituted this, minus f of x which is nothing but kx whole divided by h. You are very eager, see kx and kx get cancels. We have left out with kh by h. So, which is equal to limit h tending to 0, kh divided by h cancels. Now, limit of a constant, what is that? Limit h tending to 0, k which is equal to k itself. So, what is the derivative of kx? It is k only. Now, we have derivative of x, derivative of kx. Now, what about the derivative of x square? F of x is equal to x square. Okay. So, what is f dash of x is equal to how much? So, you have to get an expression for derivative of x square. So, let us go with the same procedure. F of x is x square, f of x plus h. F of x plus h will be in the place of x, x plus h whole square. Okay. Now, we have to open the squares. So, that will be x square plus h square plus 2xh. Let us use this in f dash of x, which is equals to limit h tending to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h, which is equal to limit h tending to 0, f of x plus h expression is x square plus h square plus 2x h minus x square divided by h. See that x square and x square cancels. Now we are left with h square plus 2xh, h square plus 2xh. In that h is common. Therefore, I will rewrite this limit h tending to 0, take h outside, So, what remains inside? H plus 2x divided by h and h get cancels. So, this is same as limit h tending to 0 h plus 2x. This is nothing but 0 plus 2x, which is equal to 2x. So, what is the derivative of x square? Derivative of x square is 2x. Now, when we proceed like this, we have it all like x square is over. What will be the next one? X cube. What will be the next? X power 4, x power 5, x power 6, etc. Is it not tedious to get the derivative of every powers of x? Can we generalize this? Yes, we can generalize this by considering a function f of x is equal to x to the power n. So, we can take instead of f of x is equal to x square, what we can take? We can take x to the power n. So, let us try to find the derivative for f of x is equal to x to the power n. So, f of x is equal to x power n. What is f dash of x? That is our question. Okay, let us look into this structure. Structure remains the same, it does not changes here. So, let us be like in the place of f of x is equal to x square, etc. What changes has to make? So, f of x is equal to x power n. F of x plus h is x plus h whole to the power n. From binomial theorem, we know that x plus h whole to the power n using binomial theorem. Using binomial theorem, in the x plus h whole to the power n can be written as x power n plus nc1 x to the power n minus 1 h plus nc2 x to the power n minus 2 h square plus so on. I am not interested about the remaining terms because x powers of x reduces and the final term will be ncn x to the power 0 h to the power n. So, you know the procedure how to get this. This is actually nc0 x power n h power 0. So, in general it can write it as like simply x power n, simplifying this bit further, nc1. What is nc1? nc1 is n itself. So, nc1 equals to n, then this is x power n minus 1 h plus, we can see that in all the terms this h is there. Okay. So, nc2 x power n minus 2 h square plus so on. ncn is 1. So, it is equal to 1. X power 0 is also 1. So, 1 into 1, 1. So, we can directly write h to the power n. So, this is ncn, it is 1, x power 0, 1. So, 1 into 1 h power n. So, this is simply h power n. So, now we have an expression for f of x plus h. We know f of x. Now, we can easily use the first principle of derivative to get the derivative of x power n. Therefore, f dash of x is equal to limit h tending to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h becomes, what happens to that? It is limit h tending to 0. In the place of f of x plus h, we have to write this expression. So, it is x to the power n plus n into x to the power n minus 1 into h plus nc2 x power n minus 2 h square plus so on up to h to the power n minus x to the power n, because f of x is x to the power n. So, it is here f of x, this minus this whole divided by h. Immediately we can cancel x power n and x power n. The cancellation part is over. Now, what is remaining there? When you look at other terms, we see that h is common, h is present, and here h square is present. Next term h cube will be present, next h power 4, h power 5, h power 6, etc. So, powers of h is present in every term. So, next step before writing, can I take that h outside? If you have thought about that, yes, you are absolutely right, you can take that h outside. So, that is what we did in x square case also, same thing we will do, we will take h outside. So, what remains inside? The first term left with n into x power n minus 1 plus second term is nc2 x power n minus 2. Now, one h is taken outside, so this becomes h plus so on. The last term is 1 unit less in the powers of h. So, it becomes h to the power n minus 1 whole divided by h. You remember the procedure of limits, right? Here, why I have taken h outside? Simple reason, when you apply the limit directly here, it will be 0, 0, 0, 0, everything will be 0 in the numerator, divided by 0, 0 by 0, which is an indeterminate form, and we cannot find the limit for that. Now, by taking h outside, we made ourselves the task easier. What was that? Cancelling the h. H got cancelled. What is the advantage? Advantage is there is no h in denominator, therefore, no division by 0. 0 by 0 by 0 is not coming. Now, can we apply the limit directly? Yes, we can apply the limit. When the first term there is no h, therefore, this remains. See, this will be n into x to the power n minus 1. Second term, since there is a h, it is a 0. Next term, since there is an h square, it will be 0. Next term, it will be 0. So, when you consider all of them, it will be 0 because of this h. H square, h power n minus 1. So, only the first term remains and it turns to be n into x to the power n minus 1. Remaining terms just vanishes. So, this final answer will be n into x to the power n minus 1. So, whenever your f of x is x power n, we can write it as f dash of x is equal to n into x to the power n minus 1. So, just now we have seen whenever you have f of x is equal to x to the power n, f dash of x is equal to n into x to the power n minus 1. So, we can use this in some of the example. Let us calculate. Find f dash of x if f of x is equal to x to the power 100. We have this formula, the golden rule. F of x is equal to x power n, then f dash of x is equal to n into x to the power n minus 1. So, what is the answer here? Here n is equal to 100. So, f dash of x equals to 100 into x to the power 100 minus 1. So, that is equal to 100 x to the power 99. Okay, next question, f of x is equal to let us take any number like for x to the power 32. What will be the f dash of x? Immediately we can write f dash of x is equal to n is equal to 32, therefore it is 32 x to the power 32 minus 1. Otherwise, this is 32 into x to the power 31. It is 31. Okay. One more doubt arises now. Is it true only for the positive n? Okay, let us check. With the n equal to 0, x power 0, yes, result is holds good because x 0, f of x is equal to 1. See, when n equal to 0, f of x is equal to x power n is x power 0, which is equal to 1. What is this? Constant. Just now we have discussed derivative of a constant is derivative of constant is 0. In that sense, f dash of x is equal to 0 into x to the power 0 minus 1 is also equals to 0. So, this particular formula holds good when n is equal to 0. Now, I will verify this for some negative integers. So, negative integers will be like when n is equal to minus 1, n is equal to minus 2. So, what happens when n is equal to minus 1 and minus 2, x to the power n, what is the derivative? Okay. So, when n equal to minus 1, x power minus 1 is nothing but 1 by x. So, let us compute the derivative of f of x is equal to 1 by x. Let us take f of x is equal to 1 by x. F dash of x is equal to how much? And after finding the derivative, we will verify whether this holds good for the formula n into x to the power n minus 1. First, we will calculate f dash of x using the first principle of derivative. So, in the answer section, how we will start? First step, always writing f of x which is equal to 1 by x. Second step, we will write f of x plus h. So, wherever x is there, it is replaced by x plus h. Next, we know f dash of x expression from first principle of derivative is nothing but limit h tending to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. Let us apply the expressions of f of x plus h and f of x in that. So, this is the star 2 and 1 etc. that you can write by yourselves. So, f dash of x will equal to limit h tending to 0 f of x plus h 1 divided by x plus h minus 1 divided by x whole divided by h. How to simplify this? Simplification is easy because these are two ratios subtractions. So, we have to rational number subtraction. So, we have to take the common denominator LCM. So, take the common denominator here. So, this is limit h tends to 0 x into 1 minus 1 into x plus h. 1 into anything is that number itself. So, 1 into x plus h becomes x plus h divided by x plus h into x whole divided by, sorry for that, whole divided by h. Again, cancelling the terms. When you open the bracket, x minus x will cancel. So, what is remaining? It is minus h divided by x into x plus h whole divided by h. So, whole divided by h will be taken to the denominator h. Now, again h get cancels. So, you have left with limit h tending to 0 minus 1 divided by x into x plus h. We see that this cannot be a 0 by 0 form. This one, yes, it was a 0 by 0 form, because 1 by x minus 1 by x, when you apply h equals to 0, this becomes 0 by 0 form. Now, after this simplification, this is not in 0 by 0 form. What happened now? Minus 1 divided by x into x plus h. So, when you apply h equals to 0, this is x plus 0 x into x. So, it will becomes minus 1 divided by x into x plus 0, that is same as minus 1 divided by x square, minus 1 divided by x square. Minus 1 divided by x square. So, what is the derivative of f dash? Sorry, f of 1 by x. Sorry for that. What is the derivative of 1 by x? Derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. So, can we write we will write it together. F of x is equal to 1 by x, f dash of x is equal to minus 1 by x square. In other words, f of x is equal to x to the power minus 1, f dash of x is equal to minus 1 into x to the power minus 2. Now, here n equal to minus 1, then if we apply the same formula, f dash of x is equal to n minus 1 into x to the power minus 1, we are going to get the same expression. You see? So, n is equal to minus 1, the result n into x to the power n minus 1 holds good. So, f of x is equal to x to the power n, f dash of x is equal to n into x to the power n minus 1 holds good for n equal to minus 1. We can verify this again for 1 by x square. So, that is x to the power minus 2. Okay. So, we will apply or we will verify whether n into x power n minus 1 holds good for x power minus 2. So, what is f of x is equal to x power minus 2? Derivative of f of x is equal to x to the power minus 2. So, let us take f of x is equal to x to the power minus 2, f dash of x is equal to how much? First, we will apply the formula. We know that f of x equals to x to the power n, f dash of x equals to n into x to the power n minus 1. So, here n is equal to how much? So, f of x is equal to x to the power minus 2, f dash of x equals to minus 2 into x to the power minus 2 minus 1, otherwise this is same as minus 2 into x to the power minus 3. We have to verify this. So, verification using what? Using the first principle of derivative. Let us go for that again. Verification. F of x is equal to x to the power minus 2, which is nothing but 1 by x square. F of x equals to 1 by x square. If f of x is equal to 1 by x square, what is f of x plus h? It will be 1 divided by x plus h whole square. So, we have f of x, f of x plus h. So, in the formula of f dash of x according to the first principle of derivative, it is limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. Let us substitute limit h tends to 0. What is f of x plus h? 1 divided by x plus h whole square minus 1 divided by x square whole divided by h. So, writing like this bit tedious because by h whole divided by h. So, I will write this is equal to limit h tends to 0. So, rearrange ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೆಯುವ 1 by h ಏನಿದ್ರು h is in the denominator, right? 1 by h into x square minus, when you cross multiply this, so minus x plus h whole square divided by x plus h whole square into x square you will get. Immediately we see that if you open this bracket, a plus b whole square formula, x square get cancels. So, let us open that bracket. By h is here 1 by h. Okay. So, limit h tending to 0 1 by h, it is x square minus x square plus h square minus 2x h whole divided by x plus h whole square into x square. Sorry, there is a mistake. X square plus h square, not minus 2xh, because a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, now when you open the bracket, it is very clear as in the previous problems, x square get cancels and you will be left out with h square plus 2xh. What we have to do? We have to take h outside. So, when you take h outside, it is limit h tending to 0 1 by h into h plus 2x whole divided by x plus h whole square into x square. We are happy to take that h outside because there is a h outside there. So, h get cancels. What is remaining now? It is limit h tends to 0 h plus 2x divided by x plus h whole square into x square. Apply the limit 0 plus 2x divided by, I made an error I think, yes, there was a minus sign outside, so minus of that, so minus 0 plus 2x, because when you cancel it, when you take h outside it is minus h, so, okay, so minus 0 plus 2x divided by x plus 0 whole square into x square. This is same as minus 2x divided by x square into x square, x power 4. So, 1x and x cancel. So, what remains? X cube. So, this is nothing but minus 2 divided by x cube. Minus 2 divided by x cube is nothing but minus 2 x to the power minus 3. You see that the previous expression using the formula of x to the power n also, we got the same thing. It is n into x to the power n minus 1, because x power minus 2 is nothing but derivative. F is equal to x power minus 2, short limit, right? F dash is equal to minus 2 into x to the power minus 2 minus 1, which is nothing but minus 2 x power minus 3. So, what we can see from this? We can see that f of x is equal to x to the power n holds good for even negative numbers also. In particular, that f of x is equal to x power n's derivative n into x power n minus 1 holds good for all real numbers. So, in conclusion, we can say if f of x is equal to x power n, then the derivative f dash of x is equal to n into x to the power n minus 1 for all n belongs to real number set, for all n belongs to R. Okay. So, with this important result, we can now compute derivative of the polynomials, because we know the polynomial structures involves powers of x. Now, we can calculate them easily. In the next class, we will discuss the first principle of derivative again, and how to use them to compute the derivative of trigonometric functions. So, we have to compute the derivative of trigonometric functions like sin x, cos x, etc. using first principle of derivative. Thank you.